A very warm welcome into Brixton. It's the Brixton Recreation Centre hosting the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024. It's finals day and it's presented by the Hoopsfix Foundation. All the information about the great work they're doing, hoopsfixfoundation.org. I am Darren Paul and delighted to be joined by my own partner in crime, Mr. Michael Hansen Morris, for our opening game of the day. It's Ruby versus Sapphire. It's the 3-4 women's final. Michael, how are you, sir?
Yeah, it's going to be a big day of sport, but 6 good games. Obviously, it's been a great 4 weeks of the program, and we're hoping to top it up with week 5. We're going to have some drama at some point today, and this is a game that certainly could deliver that as well.
Absolutely. This team, both these sides, again, as we're going to experience all day long. So if you're new here, you're going to see a serious array of talent. The tip has been won by Sapphire. They are the team in the black uniforms. Now shoot to the right side of the basket. If you're new here, firstly, thank you for spending your Sunday with us. Driving through is Dasia McByrd. Dasia gets it up with the right hand finish. Good for 2 points. The clock will stay running. And you will shoot 1 free throw for the foul amount that you were shooting for originally. As that just about stays in bounds. Long 2's on the way. Long 2 is just off the mark. And it is going Team Sapphire. So Dasia McByrd brings it over the timeline. At the break. Kicks back out. Long 2 from Helene Trailin. Doesn't go. Jenelle Grant taking it up for Ruby. Looks for the kick. A little too strong there from Verbeeten. A bit of a breakdown in communication. Oh, and a turnover. Driving in. Travel is the call.
Yeah, nice to see Megan involved early. Obviously, one of the junior players going to have a big part with the under-16s. Last year, they nearly pushed for promotion, but she had a really good All-Star Classic as well off the bench. So good to see Megan getting involved early on.
It's Thompson looking to drive downhill. Thompson, tough attempt, didn't go, and nor did that from Helene Trailin. As a battle under the basket, they're going to have to get over the timeline, Team Ruby, as that's been tapped, picked. Really good offensive pressure from Beeler, as that's tapped on the way through. Thompson hits him with the spin move and a beautiful finish.
Yeah, it's always Jamila Thompson's strength, that mid-range, being able to hit the pull-up from the foul line, but she's so athletic around the rim, she can pick and choose what she wants to go to.
As has been batted around, Thompson again doing work on defense, but it remains with Ruby. To the top, the 3 ball. Just short into the hands of Dominique Davis. And Davis taking it alone. Just stays out. Got a little too deep on that shot. It's Grant once more. Looking to turn the corner. The no look over the shoulder. Space at the top, but Verbeeten takes it from the mid-range. Drops it down.
Lovely by Megan Verbeeten, but really Dominique Davis disappointed to lay it, but a lovely hesitation just to freeze Jenelle Grant there. Shame she couldn't convert.
And then Trailin trying to show her inside credentials, puts it down. Interesting battle between her and Emmanuel as Thompson steals it, kicks it forward to McByrd. McByrd with the lefty finish. This is a fine start from Sapphire, up 2-8. 6:45 left in the first. Remember, the clock will stay running until the final 2 minutes of play. I know you know, just in case. 3 balls on the way. Into the hands of Thompson for the shot from Verbeeten. Nice play, McByrd from the stripe.
Yeah, and you can clearly see Sapphire just want to run there. Just pushing tempo, finding the right shots. And McByrd's been so strong all Pro-Am long from that mid-range spot.
Oh, she's had a great Pro-Am. As Dasia McByrd is. That's inside to Mergelina Alonso. Kicks it back outside to Verbeeten. The 3 is just off the mark, out of play. And that'll be Sapphire ball as the first change comes in Charlotte Grant checks in for Carlota de Mergelina Alonso. And Dominique Davis sits down, replaced by Lidia Fernandez.
Yeah, and there for Megan, that's probably the part of the game she's got to develop a little bit more, is that decision making. There just settled up for a little bit of a contested mid-range shot, so something she'll keep working on, but we've seen the growth of that, and it's great that she's so active early on as Beeler inside is fouled.
Yeah, that's. I think that was Verbeeten. We'll double, triple check. It was Megan Verbeeten with the foul. So first foul on her, first foul of the day. She was shooting for 2, so she will shoot 1 free throw. It'll be worth 2 points. And it goes. DJ Whyte bringing the noise in the arena. As that's wonderful sportsmanship there from Dasia McByrd.
Only things you get in the summer.
Maybe she just wanted the credit. No, I did that.
No, you always want possession.
Kicks to the top for Verbeeten, trying to get separation. McByrd again, super active, has support, doesn't need it, puts it down, 2 more.
Yeah, and Dasia McByrd really strong on both ends of the floor. Obviously had a collegiate career, has got some pro experience as well. You can see that coming through as Jenelle Grant can't quite find the rhythm.
Just off right there from Grant as McByrd, again, running the show for her side. 3 ball, just off the mark left from Beeler. Grant, whoa, with the backcourt violation. She knew it as well. She tried to avoid it.
It's one of those, the ball's coming out your hand and like, what can I do to keep this ball in the front court? But couldn't quite wrap a hand around it.
Yeah, at which point you flame with a carry then, aren't you? As that's dumped off underneath. Lovely find, lovely finish. Beeler on the assist from Trailin. Thought about handing it off, thought about shooting. In the end, tried to go inside as Beeler hands off to Thompson. Thompson has support, finds it, off the glass, Dasia McByrd.
Yeah, I think Ruby have forgotten they've got timeouts to burn, obviously coaching themselves, but probably a good idea down 18-2, and it might be more as another turnover.
As Thompson has it, oh, hits him with the Euro, the high finish, can't go. Batted into the hands of McByrd though. Kicked out, 3 balls on the way. 3 is good. And that was Lidia Fernandez as Team Ruby do call time. Michael Hansen-Morris, he didn't win Coach of the Year for nothing.
You know, it was Jenelle Grant that used it. Good experience by Jenelle. Just spoke to table as she was running through, wanted that time out. Because, again, Jamila Thompson checking the rules as well. That's the thing with the Pro-Am. The rules are slightly different. It's always worth checking. But for Sapphire, it's the ball movement that's really impressive right now. They're not forcing shots. They're trying to hit quite easily. Thompson there could have gone up on the block, kicked it to McByrd, extra ball movement off the offensive rebound. So that's what Sapphire have done really well so far.
Yeah, they're giving up good looks for great looks at times so far. And again, they're super active on defense, super active at trying to make those transition moments.
Yeah, for sure, and ultimately it's turnovers. If you look at Ruby, 8 shots, 7 turnovers, that's never going to win you a ball game. So for that, they've got enough talent on the floor. They can just need to be a little bit more solid, get their feet under them, and again, it all starts about ball movement for Ruby. But if you can get a couple of stops and run, that'll just keep the offense ticking over.
Dasia McByrd is your stats leader. She's got 10 points in the contest so far. As we check the 3 steals as well. 1 steal apiece for Beeler and Thompson also. So, like we both said, super active in transition early in the game though. So it's going to be interesting to see how Ruby respond after this timeout.
Yeah, for sure, and that's from a couple of absentees, short bench, only 6 players, so only just keeping it up to Jenelle Grant's turn for a breather. So they're going to have to keep rotating through and just find something that works. You probably want to try and get a post touch from Emmanuel at one point as Verbeeten lines up a 3.
No, it doesn't go from Verbeeten. A little bit too strong as they had runners out ahead. Gives it to McByrd. Davis puts it up. Just off to the right, Verbeeten battling away to keep it in play. I appreciate the hustle, but there was no pressure from a Sapphire player.
Yeah, but if you can get the ball there, keep your feet in balance, that's again trying to find a way to go fast break, which is really what they need right now because they don't have a lot going at all on this end of the floor.
Emmanuel. And I like the invention from the block. As Fernandez finds Davis on the outside. Davis turns the corner. A little too strong, battling underneath, and that battle was won by Helene Trailin.
That probably sums up this game. Verbeeten does a great job tipping it, but she only tips it to an opposition player for a layup, so probably how this game started. But plenty of time. We've seen big swings in this Pro-Am, so.
Absolutely, as that's a lovely finish. Amanie Emmanuel.
Kenisha Whyte. But no, it's Kenisha's strength is she's that player that can score from the perimeter, but she's always had that mid-range pull-up. So again, for her, not seeing a lot early, but when Trailin knocks it down at the other end, not a lot you can do.
De Mergelina Alonso, the handoff on the outside for Verbeeten. Nobody setting a screen for it, tries to dump it off inside to Emmanuel that time. That was tipped, and Davis just through traffic. Nothing could stop her then, and it's 4:27.
That's a beautiful Euro step, just the patience, really sold the middle, and then able to finish with the left hand as well. Really nice by Dominique Davis, not someone that a lot of people are too familiar with, but she's had, again, another strong summer.
Thompson, she finds from the mid-range, and Sapphire just taking it up the floor once again off a little tip on the bars. So, under a minute's play in the first, Kenisha Whyte driving. Fouled in the act of shooting. She's going to line. It's going to be a 1 for 2. The foul called on 12. That was Jamila Thompson.
Yeah, and that's always one of those. It could go either way, block charge. But yeah, Jamila just maybe a little bit late getting across to try and square off Kenisha Whyte.
Good for 2. So, shot clock is off as that's it's kept alive by McByrd even. It's a drive and a foul. Lidia Fernandez trying to drive through. So time will expire. And she'll still get to take the 1 for 2. Foul's called on Charlotte Grant. So buzzer goes. Players stay where they are. As Thompson tries to yam it home on the rebound. Wouldn't have counted had it gone. And at the end of 1, it's 6, plays 29. Sapphire in the lead. You're back in Brixton. It's a Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League live from the Brixton Recreation Centre. It's finals day. And just a reminder, this is presented by the Hoopsfix Foundation. At the end of the first period of our first game of the day, Sapphire, they've got a healthy lead right now. It's 29-6 over Team Ruby. Mikey, what have you seen?
Arguably the best offensive quarter of the whole Pro-Am, men or women.
It's going to be up there.
29 points, so there's not many games. We've seen a lot of games in the 50s, 60s with the running clock, so not a lot. Really, it's transition offense for Sapphire. They've turned the ball over, 61% shooting, so really solid start. They've done a little bit of everything, but again, lots of time left. Things can change.
As I said, and 1 play. Jenelle Grant. Fouled by Beeler.
And that's what Ruby didn't have in that opening quarter, was drives to the rim, able to get close. Obviously the foul there, and good finish by Grant, but everything was jump shot heavy. So really nice little adjustment by Jenelle Grant. Obviously not playing week in, week out, but still got a lot of talent.
Doesn't go the and one, but still got the two. Patient play on the outside. 3 balls up and down.
I think they've called Freya-Bayne 1.
I think I saw a technical.
Find out in a minute.
So the basket's good. And a technical for number 11. That's Helene Trailin.
No, Jenelle Grant.
Oh, of course it is.
Off. But I say a 3 in a tech isn't something we've seen very often, so I don't know what Jenelle Grant did.
So 2 in attack. We saw last week somebody clap in the face.
Yeah, it must have been something similar. But either way, the basket good, so not a lot lost on the free throw. But yeah, really nice shot again by Dominique Davis. She's, again, someone that you don't see regularly playing, but she's had a strong summer. She's kind of shown that she can be a scorer on all 3 levels, which is really nice to see.
Verbeeten trying to put on the jet. Has McByrd with her the whole way. It's a good find inside to Grant, but it does trickle out of play, and it's Sapphire ball.
But again, the right idea, a bit more, trying to get downhill, trying to attack, trying to get inside. So nice cut by Grant, but again, just trying to thread the needle. It's always a tough pass inside, and did a really good job as Amanie Emmanuel back into the game.
As Kenisha Whyte sits down. Davis uses that screen. Oh, another beautiful find in the middle. And a foul on the play. That's called on the new entrance. That's Amanie Emmanuel.
That's what we call a summer league whistle. If it goes in, they don't call it. If it misses, we'll call the foul afterwards. But again, Dominique Davis, we saw it in the first quarter, Euro step from the left, this time doing it from the right. So clearly something she prefers to go to.
And if it works for her, because so far it's got her exactly where she wants it to go. As McByrd on the outside, thought about the 3, goes inside that time to Thompson. Finds its way to Davis. Davis, beautiful 3 balls, good. On the step back, had a defender in her face. Didn't phase her one bit as Verbeeten. Taking it the other way, kicks it back to the top. 3 balls on the way, that's looking good. It is good. Jenelle Grant sinks it.
And again, it's amazing how a layup can get your confidence going as a shooter. Just something inside, and that settled Grant as a good look.
That's good defense again. Demachelin or Alonso that was defending against Beeler. And now the drive forward, Grant can finish. A lot of contact under the basket, all clean, says our officials. That was less clean. Maybe a second foul, Amanie Emmanuel is going to send Thompson, I suspect, to the line. And it will. 1 for 2 as Kenisha Whyte checks in for Charlotte Grant. Just a shout out to our officials today. John Letizia, Bence Silvaghi and Paulina Hertz are your officiating crew on this first contest, as the 1 for 2 is good.
Yeah, and Jamila Thompson, probably by her own standards, hasn't always been consistent, but it's come out today, looks really strong, looks really comfortable, and that's just Jamila we've come to know and love.
Oh, it's a rejection on the attempt from Whyte. Jamila Thompson it was, sending it back as Beeler tries to bank it home on the floater. Gets her rebound and the layup. Good for 2. 38 plays 11. The team in the black uniforms leading the way. They are Sapphire. Strong play inside. No basket, but a foul 5. That's Jessica Beeler, her second personal.
Yeah, and on the floor, so it'll be end-line ball. But again, Jess Beeler's such a high motor. You saw it on the offensive glass there, but she's always someone that just plays hard. A little bit undersized, but that doesn't normally affect her. So
that was off the back of Thompson. Gets it underneath. There's Helene Trailin checking in. Sitting down is Jamila Thompson. So we'll try that again. Demachelin or Alonso kicks it underneath. Lovely finish from Amanie Emmanuel.
And a lovely pass. That's not an easy angle to get it in past the inbounder to get it under the hoop. It's always a tough one. So really good execution there by Ruby.
Davis on the inside. Oh, spin drops off to Trailin. just a fraction short, but she's putting on a show, isn't she, Dominique Davis? As Emmanuel kicks to Mergelina Alonso. Driving in, a little too strong on the finish. I think she was expecting contact. As Fernandez. This is more like it from Ruby. They're really trying to apply some pressure. As the 3-ball comes, too strong. And a very assured rebound from Jenelle Grant. Kicked it a little bit too far forward, though, for Emmanuel. Did get a hand in there, but Beeler over the timeline. As that's been stripped by Whyte.
Just a little scrappy, but again, that's the leadership of Jenelle Grant. Knowing it's got scrappy, just slow it down and find an open player.
3-ball. Oh, doesn't get the favourable bounce. As McByrd to Beeler, puts it down. Forty plays 13, and that's a little bit ambitious from Carlota de Mergelina Alonso. Charlotte Grant checking in. Sitting down, I think, will be Megan Verbeeten, but the entire team is going to head to the sideline as they have taken their second time out of the contest. Michael Hanson-Morris.
I think that's what you call a summer league, I need a quick breather timeout. There's a few players breathing a little bit heavily. The game's definitely slowed down in the last couple of minutes, got a little bit scrappier. So Jenelle Grant, no, she's got timeout, just reset. We actually had a really good first 5 minutes, but again, that last 90 seconds kind of a little bit disappointing. So good to slow it down, but it's nice to see that Ruby have just grown into this game.
Again, it's a hot summer's day of basketball action here in the nation's capital at the Brixton Recreation Centre. 5 games to come following this one. We got the Minimum Brand taking on the OT boys in the 7-8 men's matchup. London United taking on Surrey Scorchers in the 5-6 contest. That's at 1 p.m. 2:15, the Southern Castrals taking on Hoopsfix in the men's 3-4. Emerald taking on Red in our women's final, and our final game of the day, 4:45. Functional taking on Ankh. What a day of basketball we have ahead of us.
What a day of sport.
Oh, absolutely, Tour de France. It's a big day in the Tour. Absolutely, there's nothing else happening, I'm sure.
I think let's just say Sam had this in the diary from week on to finish this at 6 o'clock. Gives everyone time to wrap up, pack up, get home, and then I imagine join the entire nation of watching a little game of kick around later.
Absolutely, watching the highlights of another great day of cycling. All right, we are almost back underway. Sapphire leading the way, 40 plays 13. As McByrd is going to take it up the floor. Picked up by Grant. McByrd going inside. Puts up the shot, just short. Knew it as well, followed her own rebound. Grant sends it up to Verbeeten. Long 2. In fact, the officials would have called it a 3. They did not go. As a 3-on-1. McByrd found Trailin on the outside. It's Thompson. Gets to the foul stripe. Helene Trailin gets inside. Had the position, couldn't have the finish. As Grant loses a footing, puts a foot on the ball. And an interesting play comes to a finish. Carlota de Mergelina Alonso vacates the floor to be replaced by Amanie Emmanuel.
I imagine it's going to be a busy week for Jenelle. Got some visitors in town this week, so I'm pretty sure the NBA will be helping out with that. And also she's done a great job with the NBA UK trying to grow the game on an international level as well. So always nice to see Jenelle Grant on the floor.
3 balls, just, oh my, banked home. Jessica Beeler, banks are open. This time on a Sunday in the Big Smoke.
Doesn't matter how they go in as long as they do.
That's the sort of game for Sapphire right now, as that is a tough inside battle.
Yeah, and of course Jenelle Grant's own old home court as well here. When she was playing the WBBL, she was a Brixton top cat under Steve Veer, so this was home. I remember playing as a 15, 16-year-old in the WBBL. So
as another good battle of the bigs. It's going to go the way of Team Sapphire. Amanie Emmanuel it was trying to rip it out the hands of Helene Trailin. As the Mergelina Alonso checks in. Jenelle Grant taking a breather. Fernandez on the outside, drops it inside to Thompson. Has it stripped, gets it back though. Hands everywhere in the end. Jessica Beeler puts it down despite the defensive intervention of the Mergelina Alonso.
Yeah, that kind of sums up the day for Ruby. Like, do all the right things and then get broken down here. We've seen Beeler bank a three, a couple of tips have gone in right into the hands of Sapphire for layup, so it's kind of summed up today.
Tough finish up the floor for Whyte, as that one stays out. It's going to go the way of Team Ruby. The Mergelina Alonso inbounds. It was Kenisha Whyte taking a peek at the clock. Battling away with Thompson. Thompson gets a hand to it. And it's going the other way. Team Sapphire with 10 seconds.
That's where you got to notice the clock. Yeah, you see neither team getting back, and now we're going to go. Fernandez nearly thought about it.
McByrd kicks it forward. Thompson's got to put it up. Oh, very nearly goes down. 15 plays 45. Team Sapphire are in the lead. We are going to take a 1 minute break and then we're going to be back. Mikey's going to tell you what he's seen. We're going to talk you through the scores. You're watching the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024. It's finals day in Brixton. A very warm welcome back into the Brixton Recreation Centre, the end of the half. And Mikey, tell us how Sapphire are up 45-15 over Ruby.
Transition and making shots. Like, it sounds simple, but feels like they've kind of made everything. The little breaks have gone in. We were both saying as we went off air, kind of all thought that Jamila Thompson's shot was going in, but again, it's just been that being able to get stops early and get out in transition. McByrd was quiet in that quarter two, but she dominated early on.
Yeah, 10 points in the contest for McByrd. Jessica Beeler leading all scorers. She's on 13 as the three ball very nearly goes on the bank shot from Charlotte Grant. Helene Trailin and Jenelle Grant leading the way with 6 rebounds apiece for their sides, as that's a great battle underneath. Foul on or from Carlota de Mergelina Alonso. Going to send Jess Beeler to the line.
And it's a beautiful post move. little spin, get baseline, body into defender to create space, and then the footwork to kind of find the gap, what's the right angle, and then tries to lay it home, and the only reason it didn't go in was the foul.
1 for 2 is good. 15 points total now for Beeler.
Jess Beeler on her own taking on Team Ruby.
It's a team effort. Thompson, inbounds, McByrd over the timeline. She's picked up by Grant. Good movement here as that's been tapped. And it's going to go the way of Ruby.
Yeah, and again, kind of sums up by the scoreline, but Sapphire did a really good job of looking after the ball as well. Just 2 turnovers in that first half. Obviously, players not used to playing with each other. By week 5, they know some, but obviously with the women's team, had a lot of roster changes, so chemistry's not always there. So Sapphire done a good job, but Jenelle Grant does a better one.
Great mid-range finish from Grant. Got the separation. Glorious make. 7 points total for her as that's a rejection. Carlota de Mergelina Alonso. She's out ahead, looking for her teammates. She's still looking for Grant. Emmanuel from the top. A little too strong. Let's took it a bit deep there, did Davis. But a good find from Thompson. Trailin, I think, made the right call. Didn't go down for that time as Kenisha Whyte Euro stepping her way down the lane. Again, her righty finish just off the mark. And we're going to see Megan Verbeeten checking in next time by. That's been picked off by Whyte. Really strange broken play from Sapphire. Not what we've come to expect from them. 3 ball. Beautiful make. Jenelle Grant, she was already up the floor, out the hand, she knew. And her side chipping away. Ruby, 20 on the ball.
Yeah, and Jenelle Grant just starting to feel really comfortable, making the right decisions, and obviously it helps when the 3 ball's going down as smooth as that was.
As it stays out, Trailin gets her own rebound. Oh, glorious, glorious finish there.
And that's her game in a nutshell. Feels like he's been really quiet, and he's suddenly like 8.6 rebounds, and that's why she's been so dominant in WNBL. The Thames Valley, someone that just knows how to position herself.
3 ball, a little bit too deep from her TVC teammate. That's a nice find. Can get the finish. And this is a bit more, I mean, again, I think Ruby have been doing a lot of the right things, broadly speaking, throughout the contest. They've been, you know, getting to their defensive spots. Certainly second and now the third quarter. It's taken a while for Sapphire to start missing, though. As Beeler, oh my. Oh, that is a great, great play. Talk us through it.
Again, it's same as the one she was fouled on, just the patience, the right footwork, and then just trying to, it's so hard to have the scoop layup in your back pocket there, and she picked the right shot.
As the 3 ball initially didn't go, batted around. Thompson finally coming away with it. Flirted with a travel there. 3 ball coming up. Just a bit too short. Battling away though. Again, super aggressive from Sapphire. Thompson at the top of the key. Puts it down.
And again, that ball movement wasn't great spacing necessarily, but just kick out, the patience from Trailin not to put it up, and it just allowed a better shot. And we know Jamila's so good in that mid-range as Jenelle Grant. It's definitely comfortable from right in front of us.
Yeah, she's enjoying that shot from the right break. That time it didn't go. Oh, Trailin, no look pass out to Beeler. Beeler had to find her spot as she found Thompson and put it down.
Shoot it off the no-look pass. Give us the highlight.
Oh, for sure. Carlota de Mergelina Alonso. It opened up for her like the Red Sea, drove through and finished.
Yeah.
Oh my, and same again the other way. This time someone got in there, and it was Jenelle Grant, thank you, and it's hacker Dominique Davis.
Yeah, it feels like Davis has about been the only one to the line in this game, but again, it's a little bit the stamina, the running clock factor, short bench, both teams only with 6 players. So yeah, both teams a little bit tired, just switching off, and Davis will try and make a pay and nearly get herself into double digits.
Just short this time, it'll come. As de Mergelina Alonso plays it behind, tried to play it through two defenders, it was a little bit behind Kenisha Whyte. As McByrd takes it over the timeline. Dumped down low to Thompson. Helene Trailin couldn't finish that time.
But again, it's nice to see her willing to do that. It's not something we see a ton of in WNBLs, that mid-range. So again, great opportunities to try and work on some things.
Long two doesn't go from de Mergelina Alonso.
Numbers again though.
As Davis drops off inside, that was a no-look pass to Beeler, and a finish is good. And she knew she was there. De Mergelina Alonso just short of the triple. She's chatting with Davis about it on the way up the floor. Thompson, we're at 3:20 left in the period as Helene Trailin puts it down. Mikey would be calling time right now. Oh, rejected by Beeler on Verbeeten. And Beeler puts it down.
Jess Beeler is having one of the games of the summer on the women's side. Just every little play she's making, the perfect read there. Verbeeten went a little bit deep, it looked like it was all going to shoot, and Beeler just timed it to perfection, and she got rewarded with the pass.
Timeout taken by Team Ruby. 22-61 is the score. 2:58 left in the third period of play. And again, reminder, if you're new to joining us, thank you so much. And have I got a treat for you? All of our games from this tournament, last year's tournament, and the year before that's tournament, all archived for your viewing pleasure. Reminder, the clock stays running until the final 2 minutes of the contest, and then we're into FIBA time. FIBA regulation basketball.
Probably one of the rare games we can leave this clock running in this game with the score. It's just not been the right day for Team Ruby, unfortunately. But again, this is where it's a chance for these players just to work on some things now, just find some strengths. We really want to see Verbeeten get on the ball a little bit more, be aggressive. That's where she had some success at 16s last summer, was be willing to drive, get ahead downhill. So that's something you kind of want to see now, and obviously Jenelle Grant back in the game as well.
Again, she's been seemingly favouring the mid-range and the outside. Let's talk about getting downhill. It's a drive from Emmanuel. I don't know what she wanted, the make or the foul, as McByrd pulls up from the stripe, doesn't go. There are 4 Sapphire players in double figures. We have not seen that a lot at all, men or women, in this competition.
No, I think it's the strength and depth of the women's game. Like, we've got so many players coming through, players not necessarily had strong tournaments on the whole, but on their day they can definitely cause havoc. As another beautiful.
There's a nice drive from Fernandez, kick out, another pass to the top. McByrd puts down the triple. That's her first make since the first period. And that's Verbeeten. It's now Grant on the outside. Grant to Grant, that got picked off. And a nice pass inside, that will do for Lidia Fernandez on the assist from Dominique Davis.
And again, just being able to push in transition, force the turnover. Nice and easy, and suddenly, yeah, Sapphire with all the momentum again.
Oh, 3-ball is good. Jenelle Grant, the catch and shoot. And again, you've said it, this is a hot spot right around this area of the floor, right in front of our commentary position. What does McByrd have in response? Uses the screen, going to put up the 3. Going to put down the 3. Beautiful make. Dasia McByrd, patient play.
Bit like London buses, one brings 2.
Come on. Come on. Next you'll be talking about Oyster cards. That goes inside, and, well, really good defense. Beeler, initially, she got her arm across Kenisha Whyte. And, yeah, that was last touch Lidia Fernandez. And a change is coming. Verbeeten checking out. the Mergelina Alonso checking in. No change from Team Sapphire. Charlotte Grant gets it high off the glass for 2.
That's actually a beautiful finish. Chased off the 3, put it on the deck and went high to get it over the oncoming defence. A nice finish by Grant, first point of the game for her.
McByrd tries to go inside, or elects to go inside. Amanie Emmanuel with the foul.
And this is where you've got to go quick. There's 10 seconds left. Like, you want to get the ball in and get a shot up.
Played down low. Long 2, no good. Can they get it shot away? Grant, out of time. Ooh, just short. It wouldn't have counted, but you always want to see it going anyway.
I think we count that.
At the end of 3, the score is 69-27. Sapphire leading it over Ruby. We'll be back in 30 seconds time for our final period of play. You're watching the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024.
Technically true.
Come on. You're back with us in the Brixton Recreation Centre, Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024, brought to you by the Hoopsfix Foundation. Head over to hoopsfixfoundation.org to see all the news about the great work being done by the foundation. Of course, Hoopsfix and Hoopsfix Women across your social media platforms of choice. We are about to get underway. Final 10 minutes of action here in our first game of the day. It's the 3-4 women's final. Sapphire taking on Ruby. Sapphire with a commanding lead. Anything can happen.
Yeah, 42 points running clock's ambitious, but we have seen.
Well, we do have fever time. As that's a lovely make. Long to Jamila Thompson. 71 is on the board. And that is Thompson. 12 points. 12 and 12.
Yep.
As that attempt from Ruby didn't go, that's off the foot of Grant. Thompson looked like she was about to have words with our lead official, John Letizia, if he didn't blow the whistle there.
Yeah, I think it's one of those. If it goes directly into a teammate's hand, you can let it probably go, but the way it bounced back, not so much.
Thompson battling away, couldn't get to the rebound after the miss from Trailin. Jenelle Grant, finds Charlotte Grant on the outside. Screen set, driving through. Ooh, favours the high finish and really has to going up against somebody like Trailin, but a little too high that time.
I can give a secret. It's something she's been working on all summer. I've seen her work out a lot of UEL with. So yeah, it's something she's tried to adapt to game 2, but yeah, this time a little bit too high.
Oh, McByrd sinks it from the long range 2. 73 plays 27. The 3 ball, Charlotte Grant just trickles out the other side of the basket. No good. Thompson stops, pops, sends it inside. This is lovely ball movement, gets it back at the top, floats it up. Little bounce pass and a finish.
Can we
bounce
call that
pass, set pass? What's
can
that?
we call that stat padding off the backboard
No,
for the
we
assist, so she gets a
cannot.
rebound and an assist?
We cannot call that stat padding, Michael. That's outrageous. As Grant wanted it underneath. It's Kenisha Whyte going to battle with Trailin. Trailin absolutely flabbergasted that the ball has gone.
Well, they've given it
Team
to
Ruby.
Yeah, they've given it to Ruby with everyone walking up the other end of the floor. As Kenisha Whyte takes a break as well.
Ooh. Somehow stays in bounds as McByrd kicks it up the floor. No good. Oh, McByrd gets her own rebound. Dribbles away with it, has space. Good from the elbow.
And again, McByrd, that strong quarter one, which really is where this game was already done and dusted, but that mid-range, she's so competent at it. And
that's great play from Verbeeten. And that does go favourably for Amanie Emmanuel. But that's exactly what you were talking about from Verbeeten. Get her head down, driving inside, showing the footwork and the pass.
yeah, and the decision to, rather than shoot it, to make the pass is probably the best bit about that for Beeler.
Grant picked up high up the floor. Shoots it over Thompson, couldn't finish. That was battered by Mergelina Alonso, but Beeler 4-on-2. Thompson with the righty finish, good.
And Verbeeten
14
with the
points.
business decision, not trying to step in front of Jamila Thompson, get completely ran over, so.
I think that's a safe bet. Then Mergelina Alonso to Verbeeten, gets it back in the corner. Little two-player action on the outside, 3-ball. Oh, just stays out. Amanie Emmanuel battling away, keeps it alive for her team. The 3-ball is good. Jenelle Grant having herself a day. 16 points personal, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist. To the top with Thompson. Thought about the handoff, takes it inside herself, is fouled. I suspect by Grant, we'll get confirmation. Oh, it's almost like he knows what he's talking about. Third personal.
Almost evil by Jamila Thompson there. Just hesitation, didn't shoot the mid-range, which she knows she loves. Waited for the fake handoff. Jenelle Grant just ever so slightly asleep, drives to the rim instead. So, again, the experience of Thompson. And no mistake from the line.
Yeah, good for 2. Does she always do that little shimmy shake as she's on the way down?
Yeah, sadly I've seen it enough times coaching against her.
I've somehow failed to see that until just now. That's a lovely finish from Amanie Emmanuel. Sent to her right, said don't you worry about that. Puts it in off the glass. McByrd sends it inside to Trailin. Trailin, she's just, like you said, one of the very best in the WNBL.
Yeah, and when she's that deep in the paint, she is really, really difficult to stop.
Has loads of physicality. McByrd out in transition, has teammates, decides to put it up herself, puts it down herself. I think Fernandez wanted that pass. Grant, Charlotte Grant, skips it over the top for Verbeeten. Thought about the shot, goes herself. Tries to kick to the top, but Thompson, I'd like to have seen that catch and shoot on that occasion. Thompson dumps it inside to Beeler. Beeler through contact, no good.
Beeler and McByrd having a competition for leading scorer. I know they don't know. But yeah, McByrd took it back off Beeler on that last make, so Beeler was trying to respond.
Verbeeten out of play. And changes coming. Dasia McByrd taking a seat. She's got 22 points and she exits the game. 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, an index score of 35 in a running clock game. That is absurd.
In any game, it's pretty damn solid.
Oh, yeah.
As Davis, again, one of those delayed whistles, and McByrd's really grown into this, playing with players she's never really seen before in the summer. So really nice to have her over.
Yes. We're gonna talk about that a lot during the day. This is such a good tournament for players to have like a real breakout moment or breakout moments.
It's also splits the middle of the summer. Like we're talking July, we're four weeks.
3 ball. It's good. Jessica Beeler, look at the look on her face. She heads up the floor, absolutely delighted with that. Emmanuel, wow, ooh, nice finish. Nice finish.
Yeah, and it gets Amanie into double figures as well. Second one on Team Ruby to do so today.
Thompson denied the entry the first time, not denied the second time as Trailin puts it down. 88 points on the board for Team Sapphire. 3 ball. A little too strong that time from Jenelle Grant. Again, we've said it before, absolute joy to watch her play in the Summer League as the 3 ball just off the mark. A fraction too strong. So we're into FIBA time now. FIBA regulation basketball. That's good for 2. She's going to go to the line. She's going to shoot 1 more. Thompson with the personal foul. We are right near the DJ, so if you can hear the DJ in the background, that's DJ Whyte bringing the tunes in Brixton.
Yeah, I imagine going to be a busy week for those guys. GB at the Copper Box Thursday and next Sunday. GB women back in action, which will be interesting to see. Obviously, coaching change as well, so kind of a new era for the women's team moving forward.
Jenelle Grant puts down the freebie and gets the steal. Over the timeline. Grant drops it down low. Gets the very favourable bounce that time. Kenisha Whyte. 6 points personal. And Beeler through contact puts it down. 92 on the board.
Yeah, and Jess Beeler's had an absolute, talk about another people can have breakout games. Jess Beeler's done that, 26 points.
That was nasty. Jenelle Grant, the step back, had a defender in her face. Glorious from the mid-range. 3 balls on the way. Just a bit too strong. Nobody, ooh, it's a weird moment. Nobody making a serious effort to go and rebound from Team Sapphire. Foul called on Dominique Davis. 92 points on the board for Sapphire. 106 left in the contest.
Yeah, if Beeler had made that, we would have maybe had an outside shot at 100, which definitely would have been, by all rules, pretty outrageous.
As that's been turned over, McByrd in the contest. McByrd puts it up herself, a little too strong. As Jenelle Grant has support, puts it down. Jenelle Grant. 45 plays 92. That's good for 2. Dominique Davis.
Yeah, and again, maybe not running up the numbers as much in terms of actual points, but again, she's had a really solid game, made good decisions. We saw 2 beautiful Euro steps. So
Verbeeten just short of the triple. Kenisha Whyte going inside, fouled in the act of shooting, going to go to line. Let's try and add 1 more.
Yeah, and again, Kenisha Whyte just grown into this game at the end. Sadly, a little bit too late for her team today, but a couple of nice moves to finish, and that'll give her a little bit of confidence going into the rest of the off-season.
So this for 9 points personal. Oh, halfway down. And they will play the full 40, and that's one thing I absolutely adore about this tournament, as that Euro step doesn't go. Thompson drops it off to McByrd. 3 ball from the top. Just a bit too strong, gets her own rebound, puts it up, puts it down. And that will do it. 47-96 is your final. One of the very highest scoring performances that from Sapphire in the history of the competition. If you were in here next to me, I'd be saying, Mikey, find out
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I don't remember anything in the last 2 years being anywhere close to that. It was an offensive explosion by Sapphire, over 50% shooting, 4 players in double digits, and Dominique Davis on 9. But yeah, really, really strong performance at both ends of the floor and well deserved.
So, Mikey, who is your player of the game from Team Ruby?
I mean, Ruby, it's Jenelle Grant. It's pretty obvious. She was the only one that really had any consistent offense going. Obviously started slow but made shots later in the game, and yeah, 23 and 9's a solid day.
A very solid day. And who's your player of the game from Team Sapphire, Michael?
I mean, it's difficult between Beeler and McByrd, but I think McByrd, just because of how she started the game, and that's where this game was won, was quarter number 1. McByrd 10 points, but ended up with 24 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, so really strong outing. And obviously Jess Beeler 26 as well, big performance.
4 steals as well for McByrd, a really great outing there. So that's going to do it for our first game of the day. Our first placement game of the day, also 3rd place finish goes to Team Sapphire, and in dominant fashion, 96-47. We've got a game coming up at 11:45, so about 10 minutes time, and it's the minimum brand TMB taking on the OT boys for our 7-8 final. Don't let that fool you. That is going to be a banger. Join us then in a couple of minutes time. You're watching the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024, and Sapphire have come 3rd in the women's division.
Yeah. Let me know when you're ready. Ready to go. Well, here we are with your MVP of Game 1 on the final day here at the Hoopsfix Pro-Am 2024. I'm alongside Jamila Thompson, who put in the work in this game. Jamila, 16 points, 17 rebounds, 8 dimes, 2 steals, 3 blocks. Do you want to hear this stat? 0 turnovers as well.
I love that for me.
But also your team with an incredible victory in that game as well, some big performances.
Yeah, I think because it was the last game and it's an early morning one as well, just get out there and run, to be honest, just have fun with it, you know what I mean?
Well, Hoopsfix Pro-Am, that's the final week of it. Have you enjoyed your time here at the Hoopsfix Pro-Am?
I've had a blast, just coming back into playing because I haven't played this whole season, just getting a run in, trying to get my conditioning in. I enjoyed it a lot.
and your teammates. They showed out today.
They did. Everyone, I'm sure everyone scored, had double digits probably. We were just trying to get everyone some touches.
Well, there we go. You're here with Jamila Thompson, your MVP for game number 1 of the day, with the W, signing out. Almost a triple-double.
Almost.
That's right. We'll see you next time, Jamila.
I got you.